Hello, my name is Devil, and I'm going to show you how the HTVL extension works. So first of all, you go to the Chrome store and you install the extension just by clicking this button here. And I'm not going to do it because I have an offline version that I've already installed. But once you do install it, you'll see in the toolbars up here, there's this button. It's hard to read with my dark theme, but it says HTVL. So if you click it, it'll open up the Xfinity web store in a separate window. So you give it a moment to load. And if you've seen this website a lot before, then you'll notice that there's a lot of buttons over here. And I'm not going to explain them just yet. But first we're going to move our attention down to the channels. So the very first channel I have listed is HBO. And you'll see on the right there's an X and there's a plus. So what these do, the first one, the X, it gives you the ability to hide the channel. So if you click it, it's going to highlight it. And the X is going to change to an O. So this channel is now marked for being hidden. And if you do that for all these rest of these channels, actually for HBO, I don't want to hide that because I like that. So we're going to bring it back by checking and clicking that again. But the next three channels are, I think, Spanish. So we're going to go ahead and hide those. All right, so these three channels are going to be hidden. And now HBO, I said I like that already. So the next button, the plus sign, that's to mark your favorites. So if you click this plus sign, it's now marked to be a favorite. If you click it again, it's not a favorite anymore. So I'm going to click it just to mark it. So now I've got HBO as a favorite and I've got these three hidden. So let's see how I can filter now. Up here, these buttons I previously ignored, we're going to go and look at these. So hidden, if you click that, and then we're going to click it one more time because we got to toggle it. So what we did was just we hid those channels that we didn't want to see. If you click it again, you turn the toggle off, and those are now up here. You click it again, and they go away. So 0 through 9, all that does is a sort. So right now it's sorted numerically. If you want to sort the channels alphabetically, you just click this and it toggles. If you click it again, it goes back to the standard way to see it. So the favorites button, if you click favorites, HBO is our favorite, so it's the only one listed. And then these other buttons are for sports. So let's say this is men's basketball. I don't think there's in season right now. Baseball just went out of season, so let's say NFL. Boom, NFL channels. NCAA football. There's three channels playing college football stuff right now. And if you want to go back to seeing all the channels, you would click this button here. It says showing. So you click it, it goes to saying hidden, meaning that your hidden channels are actually hidden. And then you can go back to toggling as you normally would. And let's say, excuse me, let's say you don't like these filters. These are all customizable. So if these aren't your sports, then you click on HTVL options, and it's going to open up a whole new page. So let's say, firstly, this section here is all for the sports filters. So basketball, let's say you don't like basketball. I don't like basketball. So we're going to go for enabled. We're going to uncheck it. And then if you pull this drop down, you can go to a blank one. You can hit enabled. You can type whatever you want to type. So this is going to become the name of the text that appears in the button. So I'm going to say recording. So I want to be able to filter out shows that I record. So one show I record is what's on right now. The Big Bang Theory, I like that. And then I like Archer, and I like, what else? Game of Thrones. All right, and then let's just do one more. Let's say Sports Center. All right, now in order to make it save, all you gotta do is move the cursor, and it will save all by itself. If you need more rows, you just refresh it, and it will always have three empty rows. All you just have to do is move the cursor and refresh it. So baseball is out of season, so I'm going to uncheck that. I don't like basketball. I don't like basketball. NHL, that looks good. I'm a big hockey fan. So NFL, that looks good. College football, that looks good. Now we're probably missing some search terms, so as the season progresses, we can determine what Xfinity likes to call the whether it's college football or something else. You can add that later as you figure out what they say. So recording, that looks good. That should be enabled off, and then enabled off. This is a test I just did for debugging. You can play with this if you want. And then auto reload. So what that's going to do is it will force the web page to reload at the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour. So if you don't want that to happen, just uncheck it. And then enabled favorites, that is kind of self-explanatory. If you are not interested in marking favorite channels, you can just unclick it and that stuff won't even appear. Debug, that's really just for me. If you know if you know JavaScript at all, you can check it and you can check out what's going on behind the scenes. And then clear hidden channels. If you determine that you want to start over from scratch, you can just click that, or not from scratch, but if you want to redo all your hidden channels, you just hit that. Clear favorite channels, the same thing. Debug all settings, that's a debug thing. I'm not going to get into that. But clearing all settings, if you determine that you do want to start from scratch, you click this and it's going to prompt you. If you spend a lot of time setting it up, you don't want to click OK unless you want to start over. And then this tab here, hidden. So I've got 3 channels that are marked for hidden. There's 3 that were the Spanish channels. So that all looks right. So now I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to refresh it in order to make my changes propagate. So now we have NHL, which there's nothing on because it's early in the morning. NFL, which looks good. College football, and recording. So that is exactly what I wanted, and everything looks good. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.